I want to tell you about a story and an experience I had while I was in Fremantle, Australia, which is the far western side. It's near Perth. I lived there for a year teaching, and I wanted to experience everything Australia had to offer. And I don't know if you people know, but Australia has thousands and thousands of feral camels running all over Australia. They're all in the desert, and they came from Arabia, actually. But they are wild, and people have tamed them, so you can go on a camel trek if you want. And I thought, well, this is an experience I need to have while living in Australia. So I signed up. Well, you had a choice, 2 hours, 4 hours, or 2 days. And I thought, well, 2 days may be a bit long, so I'll take 4 hours. So I went to the camel farm, and you were introduced to your camel. You had various choices, but they sort of gave me that one. So I went to that one, and they said his name was Mohammed. Mohammed was the biggest camel of all. His head was like this big. And I sort of approached Mohammed. They told me I had to, bond with my camel because the camel is going to obey me. It doesn't understand English. It has various commands I had to learn in order for the camel to follow my direction. The interesting thing about Mohammed is that his head was so big. I was surprised, and his lashes were like this, and I'd look at him, and it was very, very, he had beautiful eyes. I fell in love with Mohammed immediately. And the first exercise was how to get on your camel. It's not like a horse, you don't have a stirrup, you get on. Mohammed, he stands up from the back end first, so you have to get in your camel while he's down, and then he gets up with the back end first, but if you're not hanging on, you literally fall off the camel. So you have to hang on for dear life. And once the camel's up, you're very high off the ground. Like you think you're high on a horse, but a camel, like you're way above everybody. And I had the biggest camel. My camel was very bossy. He was big and bossy, and he had to be in the lead, so I continually had to hold him back. An interesting thing about a camel, unlike a horse, when you pull the reins, the camel's neck is like a gooseneck. It comes right towards you. So when you pull the reins of a camel, his head comes right towards you. This took a lot of getting used to because I kept pulling the reins of the camel, and the head kept coming towards me. And he wasn't doing anything I wanted him to do. I thought that was going to slow him down, but it didn't. So I had to learn all my commands, and I was doing very, very well. Finally, we were walking along, and after 2 hours, it was getting a bit onerous. I was really glad I didn't take a two or 3 day trip because it took a lot of energy to make your camel follow your direction. Anyway, I thought I had it really down packed. We were in the lead, going along, and all of a sudden, my camel, Mohammed, decided he wanted to eat something in that ditch way over there. And without me doing very much, he just completely lowered his head. And a camel has a very long neck. He spreads his legs like this and goes down, and guess what? I flew right off the neck, and I ended up in the ditch. I never forgot my trip with my camel, but if any of you have an opportunity, going on a trek with a camel is quite the experience. So I encourage you to do it.